Hey, kia ora, Helen, Brahms here, coming to you live from, where am I? Escondido, California. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling Boxing Day. So I know in the States they don't celebrate Boxing Day, but in England and New Zealand and Australia, we do. And I think in some other countries like Canada, I think. So there's different thoughts about what Boxing Day is. It's been known to be the day that presents and boxes are open. But I think it's more where the rich people would then pack up boxes of food and deliver it to the poor people. Goes back like centuries. I'm not exactly sure what the real story is because you always get different versions of it whenever you go researching it. So happy Boxing Day. So today I got woken up at 4:30 with heavy rain. For a while there I thought it might have been hail, but it wasn't. It was very loud right above my head. There's not a lot of padding between the ceiling and the outside, so it gets to be quite loud. And so 4:30 I was up with the rain, and it was just bucketing down. It came down like that till like around, I think it was like 7 o'clock before it finally stopped. And so I knew I wasn't going to go back to sleep, so I got up, let Zeffie out of her crate, went back to bed, and we snuggled up, and she came and jumped up on the bed and promptly fell asleep. Normally when she gets on the bed, she starts playing just this thing with her paws, like, come on, let's play. But nope, she just got up and went straight back to sleep. So it's sort of like way too early for her. But she slept through all the rain and everything else. And I just laid there, red snooze. Finally got up because I had my first meeting at 11:30 this morning. So I got up, showered, dressed, took Zeffie out for her walk, came back, had my keto coffee, and then I made a cup of ginger and turmeric tea, which is always good in this season because it helps ward off the colds, and it's good for the digestive system and inflammation and lots of other really cool stuff. Good at detoxing the body. Oh, excuse me, detoxing the body as well. All my water's over there. And then throughout the day, there was just rain after rain after rain after rain. Well, Zeffie got given her tennis balls today. They happened to squeak. So when I was doing my connection, and I was supposed to do like 30 minutes, I think we ended up talking like 2.5 hours. It was just amazing. I had this most amazing conversation. Talori. Just trying to remember if that's how I said it. Yeah, Talori. Taylori. And I had a great conversation with her, and we were just talking, and we had so much in common. It was just unbelievable. Both James Bond fans, love our books. So we were just having this great conversation that just kept going. But at the beginning of it, Zeffie was chasing her tennis balls around the van. Like, she would throw them herself and then go patting them along like cats do with balls, jump on them and squeak it. And of course, every time she clamped her mouth, this thing would squeak. And then she just laid there on the couch going, squeak. And I was like, oh, so I said, give me a second. So I went and got her ball and took it away from her, and she was not a happy camper. But then she went and got up and went to sleep, so that was okay. So I had great connection this afternoon with her. Then had client calls, and then was working on quotes and everything. But I'm finding, and you know, I've put it out there that I'm going to be working on this. So coming in January, and I'm putting everything in place for it right now. So when we hit January, we can hit the ground running. I'm going to be doing a whole series on getting away over the holidays. So taking a lot of the holiday stress, becoming holiday stress free. So taking the family, going away for Thanksgiving, going away for Christmas, getting on a cruise ship, letting the crew take care of cleaning the cabins for you, of preparing the food for you, of providing entertainment. So all you got to do is kick back, relax, and enjoy quality time with your family or friends. And so I've put it out there that this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually talking with different people and stuff that are going to help me do some Zooms, do some podcasts, and blogs and things on how to reduce your stress over the holidays. And it could be on a cruise, it could be an all-inclusive resort. So we're talking about this right now, and I'm getting requests. Like, I had 4 quotes today to go out for Thanksgiving cruises from different departure places in the US. So we're looking at putting together special pricing on some of the cruises starting that we'll post live in January and the pricing is going to be very competitive. We'll take some of them, you'll be able to combine with whatever promotion the cruise line is running at the time. And we're going to have things like onboard ship credit available. What else are we going to have available? Oh, I worked out one of them today. Onboard ship credit. There's a tote bag and cupcakes. Yes, I think that was it. But I'm starting to get a lot of queries about this. So, people, so I'm putting out, put out there, I'm going to be working on this project this coming year, and a lot of people are asking me about it. So I'm putting together different deals and stuff for around Thanksgiving. So keep tuned. If you're interested in any of them, let me know what port is closest to you. Like if you're, I've got people wanting to go out of Long Beach. I've got people going out of LA. I've got people going out of ports in Florida. I've got people interested in going out of Baltimore. Galveston's in there as well. So whatever port you're within driving distance of, if you want to get away for the vacation, for the holidays and stuff, so you don't have to worry about cooking all that food, prepping all the food, cooking all the food, worrying about where it's going to be stored, worried about spending all your time in the kitchen, for those that have to spend their time in the kitchen, preparing meals, because you clean up for one meal, now we've got to prepare for the next meal type of thing. Worrying about who's going to be sleeping where when the house gets invaded, worrying about who's going to go to the airport or the train station or the bus stop or whatever to pick up relatives who are coming in from out of town. This way you all go on the cruise ship. You can have cabins close together. You can have cabins far apart. You can dine together. You can not dine together. It's completely up to you. And then the crew takes care of cleaning the cabins for you. They take care of all the cooking. You don't have to worry about the extra food because they've got that covered. So, we're going to be doing this whole series. And we're launching it on January. It's either going to be 1st or 2nd. I haven't decided yet. Probably January 1st. But we're going to be launching at January 1st or January 2nd. So stay tuned on that for all these different Thanksgiving getaways that we're going to be putting together, packages we're going to put together for you so that you can have a stress-free vacation. Because it is just, I've been watching different people talking with different people about what they do at Thanksgiving and the amount of work that goes into it. And I'm just sort of like, screw that. I'll just go sit on a cruise ship and let somebody take care of it all for me. They can worry about who's sleeping where. They can worry, the kids programs are available for the kids. So we're wanting to get this started as soon as possible, because the cabins that sell out the quickest on a Thanksgiving cruise, ones that go over Thanksgiving, are the ones that hold more than 2 people. So if you've got a family that's traveling where you're going to have more than 2 people in a cabin, we need to get you locked in ASAP. So I'm happy to talk to you right now about it. I have some spaces available with the really great pricing and everything else on some cruises. We've got more coming. We're going to be launching a whole program come 2nd of January. I'm making the decision now. 2nd of January. We're going to launch the whole program. So we're going to launch it for the perfect 2020, the 2020 Thanksgiving vacations, the perfect vacations. So if you are interested in that, in learning more about getting the family away to an all-inclusive resort or to a cruise where everything's taken care of for you, you don't have to worry about anything except getting to the ship, getting on board. That's it. Everything, once you're on board the ship, you don't even have to leave until you get back to your port. I mean, if you want to go off at some of the cool ports that the ship will be stopping at, that's completely up to you. But do it together as a family. Go explore new locations as a family. Think of the quality time you can have together. I mean, it's awesome. And it's something that I'm always promoting, because I got to see if Forbes has updated the article, but back in 2013, they had an article based on the numbers in 2012, and they said the numbers were increasing. So in 2012, there was $344 billion, that's with a B, dollars spent on stress-related healthcare, and a lot of that cost could have been avoided if people took vacations. So we're going to be talking about how to reduce your stress on the holidays, whether you go away or you don't go away, different techniques that you can employ to help you reduce the amount of stress that you have over the vacation, the amount of work that you do and all that sort of stuff to get everything ready for everybody coming in, or getting the family ready to go to somebody's place where you're going to probably end up working in the kitchen or something, helping out in the kitchen, helping out prepare things, getting in extra chairs, all that sort of stuff, setting up for the, helping set the table, set up for lunch. What a big hassle. And then you've got those people who are always in the kitchen because they're cleaning up afterwards, and then as soon as they're cleaned up, they're going to start preparing for the next meal. And they don't get a lot of time to spend with the rest of the family and stuff. So yeah, stay tuned, 2nd of January. But if you want something now so you can lock in those cabins that hold more than 2 people, contact me now, send me a private message, and or go to connectwithhelen.com. And if you go to connectwithhelen.com, then we can get on the phone and we can start talking about what you want to do for Thanksgiving 2020 and start making the preparations right now, get the deposits in. And the cool part is that once you get the deposits down on the cruises and stuff, you can make monthly payments if you want to, as long as by the final payment deadline, the whole balance has been paid. So you are able to make payments. And I always make sure that you get the rates that have refundable deposits, because there are some rates out there that are cheaper but are non-refundable deposits, and some people are getting caught out on that. They're going, but this is a really great price. I said, yes, but it's a non-refundable deposit. Ooh. And if you're taking a non-refundable deposit, we advise that travel insurance or travel protection would be a great thing to have in case you have to cancel. So yeah, so all sorts of fun things are coming in 2020. That's just one of the many stuff, of the stuff that I've personally got coming out in 2020. So there's a whole bunch of other stuff that's going to be coming out then as well. 2020 is, I am ready to hit the launch button on January 2nd. I'm waiting for January 2nd because January 1st is going to be finalizing the details. The rest of this month, I have basically blocked off. So I'm not taking, I'm by appointment only. So if you call my office number, we will not be answering the phone. We are on by appointment only, and we are reducing the number of appointments that we have available between now and January 2nd, because we are focused on getting these projects ready to go and launch on January 2nd. And we know we've got holidays coming in. I've got a day where I'm going to be babysitting the youngest grandkids, the youngest grandson. So, and then I've got to go spend an afternoon at the DMV to get my real ID, because my license, I got notification my license expired this month, or has expired because it expired on my birthday. But the earliest appointment I could get when I was first looking was March of next year. And I'm like, well, that's not going to be any help. So I even looked at renewing online, and wasn't able to do that because I had a change of address. And so then I sort of like prayed, went online, and got an appointment for the 31st. So on New Year's Eve, I'm going to be spending the afternoon in the DMV getting my either my driver's license renewed or getting my real ID issued, whichever one they decide to give me, so that I can legally start driving again. But you have a certain number of days after the expiration. But you know, with the DMV, it's just been absolutely jam-packed getting these real IDs in. So if you don't have your real ID yet, I strongly advise you go get it. Get an appointment, go to the DMV, get your real ID, because come October of this year, October 2020 is like the absolute, I don't think anything's going to extend past the 20th, past October, but October is when they're kicking in the use of the real IDs, which means if you are flying domestically and do not have a real ID, then you're going to have a passport to get on a plane, because your regular driver's license will not cut it. So if you've got an enhanced driver's license, you're okay. If you've got a real ID, you're okay. If you've got your passport card, you're okay. If you've got your passport, you're okay. But if you have a regular driver's license, you will not be able to enter any federal buildings or fly on any domestic flights within the US. So get in now, get it done, because the DMVs are just swamped right now with the things. So get your appointment in as quick as possible and get that taken care of, because October 2020 is going to be a very interesting month when it comes to flying in the US. I suspect there's going to be a number of people turned away because they only have driver's licenses. They don't have the real ID driver's license. And there's little graphics and stuff that they're putting on the licenses, so you know which is the real ID one and which is the non-real ID one. So, and you got to take a lot of paperwork with you. So it's good now to get your appointment in now. You can do part of the application online, but then you have to go in person, and there's information that you have to take with you. Like I'm having to take my passport with me, having to take my certificate of naturalization, take my social security number with me. I got to take, I think it's 2 forms of mail to my address that are bills or utilities or something like that. So yeah, so I got to get all that together it all printed out, get what needs to be printed out, and take it along and see what happens. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But anyway, so if you are interested in talking about your Thanksgiving getaways, private message me, go to connectwithhelen.com and set up an appointment. Yes, there are going to be limits on the appointments available between now and January 2nd. And then January 2nd, we are hitting the launch button on several different projects, including the Thanksgiving getaways. So if you want to get part of that, get into the cabins that are needed for more than 2 people. If you've got a family that wants to go, get in now, get the bookings done. So while the pricing is really, really good right now, because I will tell you this, as the year goes on, the demand for those cabins is going to be more demand. And when there's more demand, they hike the prices. And I have seen this happen. I have seen it happen. I have had groups booked on holiday cruises where we've told them, hey, if you don't book by this date, the cruise line is going to take back all the cabins that have not been sold from the group. And if you want to book into the group after that date, it's going to cost you whatever the market rate is. And on one cruise alone, the current market rate was $1,200 more than what they were paying in the group per person. Because it was a New Year's cruise. We had a New Year's cruise, and September the cruise line was going to come in, audit the group, whatever cabins we had not sold from the group they were going to take back, but we could still book cabins into the group, but it would be whatever the market rate was. And the market rate at that time, coming up into September, so 3 months before the cruise, was $1,200 more per person than what our group rate was. So there are benefits of getting booked into groups for especially over holidays. So get in now, get it sorted out, get the deposits down. You can do monthly payments if you want to. We can get that arrangement done for you. But yeah, just get it done and wait. And January 2nd, we're going to be launching a whole bunch. But if you book with us, if you call us before then, we can tell you what the special deals are and everything else. And what's going to be included on your cruise. It's going to make it a little more unique for you. So I hope you have a super fantastic sparkling evening. I am off to go have my dinner, which I haven't had yet. And I'm going to watch, something El Dorado, I think it is. Like Good Times what was the movie? Totally forgot what I'm going to watch. It's not a Christmas movie, but it's meant to be a really cool thriller. And it's like a who's who of Hollywood there on the thing. I know Chris Helmsworth's in it, but he's the only one I can think of off the top of my head right now. My brain's a little fried. It's been a busy day. Rain tends to do that to my brain. But we did go out dancing. Got absolutely drenched. It didn't matter. Could come in, dry off, put on dry clothes, and we were good to go again. But anyway, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, and I will tell you all about the movie that I watched tomorrow night. Yeah, so that's it for me. Heck on era. What you want, Zeph?